So glad to see you. I can't sing. I'm trying, but I can't sing. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. I thought I would show up. It's been a couple of days. I wanted to say, hey, hello. Um, so much is going on in the collective. I'm going on in the collective. I'm sorry that I'm looking rough, but I've had a very busy week. I'm back. I'm back. Hi, everybody. Hi. Oh my gosh. I'm in my my shorts. So I'm gonna put this right here because y'all. But hi, how is everybody? How you guys doing? You guys, it's been rough. This energy. Uh, don't you feel like these emotions that are lying within inside of us? We're actually going into a full moon in Scorpio. So how's that feel? How's that feel to you? Yeah, I think is it did we just had it. Didn't we just have it? Wait, what's today? I think yeah, what's today? The day is the second. So fourth, fifth, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the fourth, fifth. So Monday. Yeah, Monday. You guys, we are feeling it like it feels like I'm in a pressure cooker. I feel like I'm in a pressure cooker. And y'all been watching me and seeing me integrate energy for quite some time, and it's been no joke. But I came on to talk to you because oh my gosh, you remember the gentleman that I told you guys about that I just can't seem to get rid of? I have blocked him. I have blocked him, and I have blocked him. I blocked him many times. And when I block him, he calls me on another. It's been like really crazy. So this today. No, tonight I'm on the phone with a friend of mine's, Dr. Revi, and we're having our conversation, and all of a sudden I get this knock on the door, and I'm like, how's this happen? And I'm just feeling the energy is just really like, it's almost like people are like parasites. They're leeching onto you with dear life to grab our energy. You guys, you got to remember, we've been doing a lot of work. We've been really integrating a lot of energy, and sometimes we just gotta pull back. And especially as Scorpios, we pull back because we need to. There's a lot that Scorpios go through. They go through a lot. You can't make up. Like, a lot of people wouldn't be able to go through what we go through. I am for real, for real. And so um like, what part of no he that they don't like, what part of no, when don't let anybody in your space, don't let anybody in your space that haven't um earned that space. Don't let anyone in your space. And then the ones that disrespected your space, don't let them back in. Like, you got to let them go, because they gonna miss your energy. They gonna miss your energy. Of course they gonna miss your energy. But that don't mean they can circle back on you. That don't mean they can circle around on you. That don't mean that they can do a drive-by. That it doesn't mean any of that. Be done. Make your done be final. If I can tell you anything, make your done to be final, because they don't know what they have until you gone. That it always happens that way. They think the grass is greener on the other side, and then they realize that it's burnt grass with holes in it. Nothing's living over there, but they needed to go over there because they have rose-colored glasses, right? And you just let people do that. So this has been some really, really interesting integration, interesting energy that we've literally had adjust with, deal with. Um, is really interesting. What we are feeling as individuals. You know, we're allowed to have our emotions. And in, you know, the series that I'm doing is about emotions. The reason I'm doing them is because for some reason it's a taboo. It's a taboo to show how you feel, what you're feeling, and sometimes, and I've been having a gamut of y'all been seeing me. It's just been I've been all over the place with my emotion because I'm deep into integration and I have to allow myself space. I have to allow myself grace, and I need to, I have to forgive myself and allow myself to have grace because this is what integration does. This is what it does, you guys. Integration is the experience of emotion. And during the experience of the emotion, you're sifting it through your energetic field as fine as it can be, and what is not serving you and what is not good for you and what is like a hindrance to your growth, to your value, to everything that can hang you up from your ascension. You have to let it go. And sometimes it's not easy to let go of attachments when things attach to us. And sometimes what attaches to us is relationships. Relationships are the number one thing that attaches to us. But in this season, we have to be mindful, truly have to be mindful of where we're at. Where are we going? What is the destination of our soul truth that we want to be at? And sometimes we end up breaking down on the side of the road because we won't let things go. It's been hard for me too. It's been hard. We have to let go. We have to let go, um, and really allow ourselves to lean into our soul, to really feel how our soul desires from us. Our soul desires a seat with us. Our soul desires to connect with us. And when we're connecting with everything outside of us, we're not near our soul. We can't be truthful to ourselves. And I know, you guys, I know it's hard. This has been a hard integration. And it's not the fact that it's hard, it just won't stop. It just keeps going and going. It just keeps on giving. Just keeps on giving. It just never stops. It's not even the fact that it's hard. It's just we're exhausted. And and then when we think we got over something, there's something else that comes to us. When we think we over that, there's something else that comes. But it's okay. Because at the end, you have your resolve, you have your solution, you will have you. You will have that power. You will have that power because you overcome. You overcome all this shenanigans. We got so much shenanigans in the air. It's almost like dealing with a bad boyfriend. Shenanigans everywhere. It's like dealing with a bad relationship. And it's like having a lint on a sweater. You think you thumped it off, you think you pulled it off, and you turn it back around, it's still on you. That's what we're dealing with. And that's why I say you must tap into your feelings, because tapping in your feelings, then you can see the true self. It is so important right now that we see our true selves, because people are coming in trying to invade our consciousness, trying to invade who we are, trying to manipulate our source energy from the Most High. And it's a shame. It's a shame that there are really people like that out there, because they don't want to do the work. They're going to see your light. They're going to see your beauty. They're going to see everything, all that is of you. You'll be down the street and they'll see you coming up. But remember who you are. Remember what your purpose is. Remember the why that you decided that you wanted to heal, that you wanted to do this. And I know we are all tired. We will have a reprieve, though. We will have a reprieve. Right now, it doesn't feel like it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. We're all having this experience of integrating this energy. You know what I'm saying? We're all integrating the energy. We're all having this deep expression. And just think about it like this. If we did not deal with all this, because it's forcing us to be real with ourselves, it's forcing us to be real with our emotions, it's forcing us to feel every emotion, all the way down to anger. And I think that's why you have so many people that are just clinging on to the divine feminine. Like the divine feminine, like, whew, what I've been hearing, the divine feminine, they're going through some stuff. Like you got people trying to come into their auric field. You got men trying to come into their auric field because they don't want to do the work, and they're like thirsty. They're thirsty for you, because the moment you take your power back, there's desire. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy what happens when you take your power back? When you take your power back, desire becomes insatiable. They will want you because you pulled back your divine feminine. The power of the divine feminine, the power that lies within you when you pull back. But we had to pull back. We had to pull back so we could heal. We had to pull back because we were left emotionally to heal for ourselves. But what happens when we're forced to heal ourselves? We become stronger. And when we pull back for our peace. We pull back for the quiet and the storm. So, of course, yeah, of course. Now they want to be around you because you don't want to be around. People want to be around you when you don't want to be around. But when you're around, they take advantage of the fact that you're here. They don't acknowledge the value of you. But when you pull back and you lie with inside of you and you allow yourself to heal, to pull back and to shut down and to retrieve your energy, because your energy is sacred. When you pull that back and you pull that back and you don't let nobody have it. You don't let nobody, only the person that deserves your energy will have the privilege to be in your presence. How powerful is that? How beautiful is that? Because like I said, they all come back. They all come back for a second chance. They all come back for a third chance. They will come back. What are you going to do when they come back? How you going to respond when they come back? Pull your energy in. Pull your energy in. And this is so crazy. This gentleman that just came to my house tonight, he just wanted to touch me. He just wanted to touch me. No, you're not going to touch me. You're not going to put your energy on me. You cannot have this energy. This is not yours. This is mine. It's your energy. It's your energy. You cultivate that energy. You take care of it. You nurture it. Nurture it. Love on it. Give it all. Give it all that it needs to become well again. Because when you become well, where do there's soul truths, babe. The divine feminine. That's why we must take care of ourselves. Even in the ancient times, you couldn't walk up on a woman in the ancient times. These are in the Akasha records. And when you tap into your spirit being and you begin to acknowledge who you are as a divine, then you open your third eye for the code. Exactly. That is true. Well, thank you. I want you to pray for me. You should. You should. We need to pray for everyone to have healing, to have love, to understand. What is so amazing, and I'm not being a blasphemy. I'm just going to be straight up. We say the name of Christ Jesus, but we won't identify him as a dark man. We say we love Christ, but we don't identify him. We say we love Christ, but we're afraid to identify him as a dark man. Christianity is only a tool. Christianity is only a tool to be an oppressor of humanity. Christianity has nothing to do with Christ. It is a form of an institution. You need to pray for me. I've been there, done that. I was in a leadership role, okay? I understand what goes on. Yes, he is the author of love. I agree. But a lot of times what y'all don't take time to understand is that God comes in many forms also. God has many names. But because you want to control the narrative of who God is, which he's not a white man, he's dark in skin. We don't want to talk about that. We don't want to look at that. We don't want to look at how, like, the Catholic Church and how they're molesting all these kids. We don't want to look at that. Is that Christianity? It's going on in the look what's going on with TD Jakes. Look what's going on with all these so-called pastors. I'm just trying to be real with y'all. You must take care of your body because your body is the church. If you want to be for real, it's not the building. There's people that go into buildings all day long in their wolves and sheep clothing. The greatest love is knowing who you are. Knowing who you are because you are an extension of God. And if you don't understand that, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. We all are an extension of God. The people in Africa, they are an extension of God. People are all over the world. Like I said before I got rudely interrupted, is that you must take care of your soul. You must take care of your body. You must take care of who you are in this divine place. Because there will be people that will attack you. I just did a broadcast about a week ago. In this broadcast, we were actually really talking about Easter and how Easter people flock to the church all day long. They flock to the church. They literally wait out in line to go to the church to take God's blood. The wine represents blood. The cracker represents the body. That is a ritual. What is a ritual? But yet, because I say that I am a divine feminine and that we need to take care of our bodies, you want to pray for me, and I will take your prayer because I think prayer, is very important. But in the for real, y'all talking about all this and the church is full of rituals. The church is all full of rituals. That's how much it really doesn't matter. The esoteric people that are doing tarot, that's one of their rituals. You go to Africa, they have tribes that have their rituals. And in the very statement of you need to pray for me, in the very statement is trying to be a judgment against my belief systems. That in itself is judgment. We need to stop judging each other. We need to start loving each other. And if you believe the way you believe, I suggest you create a channel. Create a channel and talk to people and share with people how you feel. And it's so sad because Christianity has been used for so many murders. They were, do you know what they would do on Easter? You know what they used to do on Easter? Back in the 18, around 18, in the 1800s, they would go to church and then they would hang slaves and then have lunch, all in the name of Christ. I'm just saying, all in the name of Christ. They always did hangings on Sunday. The Native Americans, they bought the Bible and they traded alcohol with them and then slaughtered their families, all in the name of Jesus. And this is really not about what they're doing to Jesus, is you're using Jesus to get into the door to slaughter another human being or come against someone's belief system, all because they're a human being and they have their belief systems. I've been a leadership, I have been a worship leader, I've done it. That did not determine who I was, never determined who I was inside. Only the Most High determines who I am. My decisions determines how I walk in this world determines my level of faithfulness and what I believe. Because talk is cheap. You can scream on the rooftop, but if you're not living it, it goes on deaf ears. So I digressed, and let's go back to what I was saying. It's just very important in this time, in this hour, because we're going into a time that people are going to do what just happened right now. That's why you need to know who you are. I'm not saying he's wrong, but I think he needs or she needs, I don't know, can't tell. Marcos. I think he needs to know that God comes in many forms. God is everywhere. God is omnipotent. He's everywhere. He created. Everything is created. The universe is created through him. So to tell a person where they're at, that's not Christ-like. That's not love. Love is acknowledging that people need help. Love is acknowledging that we're all falling short and we're all struggling within our inner demons. I like a raise of hands of all kids that grew up in church that were sexually abused as children. Yeah, you know, that has nothing. You going into a building has nothing to do with who you are as a spirit being. How you wake up every morning will determine who you are, what you do on a daily basis. How you serve others determines who you are in your spirit. not waving the flag of self-righteousness. And I'm just saying. But it's just very interesting that this is what we're going to be running into in the next several years. Because it doesn't take Easter for me to know who I am before the Most High. It doesn't take Christmas for me to do it. It doesn't take, I'm that every day, every day, every day. I choose to live in love. I choose to integrate this energy for humanity. I made that choice. And when I made that choice, hi. How are you, love? How are you? Uh, so if you know what I mean, thank you for coming on. You just broke the ice. I'm so glad you came on. I love you. Thank you. It's so good to see you. But you know what? You need y'all, you know, it's so crazy out there. But in the midst of the craziness, we can be our best selves. We can give back. We can love humanity. We can not judge people. You know, we all deserve opportunity to serve the way we feel deemed to serve. How you choose to serve, how you choose to serve yourself. How you choose to treat yourself and serve yourself is a result expression of how you're going to treat other people. If you're not good to yourself, you're not going to be good to other people. You must. You from India? Thank you for showing up. So, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you for coming in to the family. It's so nice to see you. You beautiful, beautiful, honey. So, really understand that, you know what? We're coming from all over the world. And being in a family of the divine feminine and divine masculine is abroad. It's no judgment. It's encouragement. It's to help us govern our lives better, to help us connect with one another. And the reason I share about integration and I share about the things that I go through, because I want you to know that you're not alone. I want you guys to know that we're all doing this together. This is what makes us a family. And I have no bad feelings of what he said to me. It doesn't bother me because I know he means well. He's in the right place. We all want the same things. We want change in our own individual lives. And if our change creates change in humanity, then we're in the right place. I don't care if you're Catholic, Christian, Buddha. I don't care. I really don't care. It's the position of where your heart is. And do you desire to be a better human being in this collective as we come together? Because where two or more together, there is power. There is power. So it is a beautiful thing. Oh, I'm in Austin. I'm in Austin. I'm originally from Arizona, but I'm in Austin now. Yeah. I love but you know what? I have friends like my friend tonight that I talked to. He's my one of my best friends. He's from India. He's a doctor. He's really sweet. He's really sweet. He's right now doing holistic healing. He told me he's tired of watching people, kill themselves with the food and stuff like that. So now he's doing holistic healing. Man, so what part of India are you in? So it's so interesting, you guys. Thank you for the hearts. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I love when you guys love me. I love you guys so much. I love you guys. Mwah. You guys are amazing. You see, when we have good energy in here, everybody gets lifted up. It's like when we have that good energy and we bring on the good energy, we're activating consciousness. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what church you come from. If your heart is in the right space, you're activating consciousness. Do you know, like my best friend, you know how she had an awakening? I worked with her. And she used to say, every time I would come to work, you would be talking. I didn't understand what you were talking about. And she says, you're just being yourself. Because this is me. I'm not changed. I don't change up. I talk like this all the time. I don't change up. I'm not like that. I'm very authentic, right? And so she told me that she would come into to work. And she goes, if I wasn't in work, she would be so sad. And then when she see me come through the door and come to work, she would get all happy. But what she would do is when we would have conversations, she would go and look it up. And oh my gosh, she's a beautiful soul. She's a beautiful soul. She's doing so much. She's doing so much in the collector. I'm so proud of her. But that's what we do. We love people to touch their lives. We're not, and that's what I say. Like, I don't really like Instagram because it's so fake. That's why I like YouTube. I like TikTok because I don't like fakery. I think people are hiding from themselves. They're hiding from their feelings. There's like a taboo to be honest and real about yourself. Like it's like you're like discouraged. You're discouraged to be true to yourself and be true about and don't mention self-love. Don't mention self-love, then that's seen as how can I say it? How can I say it? As selfish. But you have to be a little selfish. Take care of yourself first. What do they tell you when you fly? Put the mask on yourself first and then the child. Because if you're not good, they won't be good. So yeah, you need to do self-love. You need to take care of yourself. You need to love yourself. You are a Scorpio? Okay, we gotta get Scorpio in the house. Scorpio in the house, so you know what I mean. We've been going through a lot, right? This energy has been really crazy. Oh my God. And then we got the moon in Scorpio. Yeah, it's been crazy for us. Like literally, I've had to go inward. I'm like I feel like I'm in a worm again. I thought I was a butterfly, but now I'm a worm again because the energy is so dense, and I've been doing a lot of I've been doing a lot of integration. And it's just like I cannot get enough. It's just like I think it's okay. It's good. It's good. It's good. Everything's gonna be good, and it's good for like one day, and then I have to go through something again. It's just been crazy. It's been crazy, but you know what? It's a hurt that feels so good, and if you're a Scorpio, you know what I mean. It's a death that hurts so good that I rise as a phoenix. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what we do. We rise like a phoenix. Yes, we do. You can't get Scorpios down. Like, I'm telling you. You try to hurt us, it just makes us grow. It just makes us grow even better. Yeah, but yeah, honey. I am so glad another Scorpio in the house. That makes me so happy. I love Scorpios. I love Scorpios. So yeah, you guys, we just here to do our best. And I just wanted to come on and I wanted to just show up and you should have been here a few, I think it was last week. The tribe, they just really, like, literally, they helped me out. I was doing some heavy healing. And God, they stood by my side. Everybody stood by my side. They took care of me. It was just so beautiful. Everybody encouraged me. It was a beautiful moment. I am so forever grateful because I just couldn't believe the love that I was feeling. It was so much love. But you guys, one thing I want to say is just really now is so important that we stay tapped into our feelings. And I know it's really hard. I just talked to a young lady today and she says, Sarah, I'm having such a hard time with just even going outside. She says it's just been very difficult for her to just even go outside because the energy is just really hard. And some of the sensitives, it's going to be really hard to deal with the outside world. But try to ground yourself, go out into nature, ground yourself. Like, my favorite thing to do is to hug a tree. It's something about hugging a tree. That vibration in a tree is just awesome. And so make sure you're taking care of yourself. Be mindful. Be mindful of the brothers and sisters that are around you that are struggling. Um, because we need each other. We need to help each other. Just like you guys helped me. Everybody needs help. Sometimes it gets overwhelming, and that's what we're here for. We're here to help people bring in the new world, right? Because this is a heavy shift, very heavy. And so, one thing I had talked about right when I first came in was that it's not really the integration so much. It's just that we got so much going on. It's just like we get through one thing and then there's another thing, then we get through another thing and then there's another thing. Remember that you're supported. Remember that you're supported by the Most High. You're supported by your angels. And one thing I noticed about this young lady, it was like I could see energetically that she was having a hard time. I could just see it, and I literally saw her angels just sitting there. And you know why they were sitting there? They were just sitting like they were just really just waiting for her. They were waiting for her to ask for assistance. A lot of times we don't ask for assistance. Source will take care of us when we're having a hard time. We just need to ask. We forget that we have angels that are um, actually assigned to us. They're assigned to us to help us. Yeah, they are assigned to. You want to know my age, honey? I'm like in my late 50s, honey. Yeah, I have adult kids. Yeah, so really acknowledge and recognize that we are supporting each other, we're helping each other, we're supporting each other, we are there's so many things that we're doing right now unconsciously and consciously for the collective. You know, I think I said a couple of weeks ago, if you see someone and you think they need a hug, just go up to them and say, "Can I hug you? I think you need a hug." And I know, like, sometimes it's just scary to reach out for like that. You would not believe how you would change a person's life. You would not realize how much, or just, walk away and just say, "I really love you," and be sincere about it. You will touch another person's life. You will have a profound effect on someone's life just by doing that. This is what we're here for. We're here to have this human experience and enjoy ourselves. And in the enjoyment of that, give back to another person that is struggling with this life. And some people just always struggling. You get what I'm saying? Some people, "Oh, my leg went to sleep. My leg went to sleep. My leg went to sleep. Ah, it went numb. It went numb. It went numb." So just be mindful, like, or just be kind. You don't even have to say anything. Just have a kind word if somebody says something to you. You know, because it's getting real out here. And like I said, you got men that are like attaching themselves to the divine feminine because they haven't done the work. And without the divine feminine, it's like there's absence of spirit. I can't believe I said that. It's absence of spirit without the divine feminine. Without the divine feminine, that is crazy. Without the divine feminine, there is no compassion. Divine feminine teach compassion to their children, to their lives, to the collective. This is like for real, for real. We're here to help spread the love so we can start elevating in consciousness, you know, elevating in consciousness. Why you keep asking my age? I gave it to you. I gave it to you. Now why you want to know how age? I gave it to you. Who? But guys, I want to thank you for showing up, showing out. It's getting late. I'm going to say goodbye. I have to, you know, grind tomorrow. I got so much to do tomorrow. So remember what I said. Stay in touch with your feelings, tap into your feelings. And if you need to work some things out, because that's why you tap into your feelings, to make sure what's going on, if there's anything you got to deal with, I say deal with it with kindness, compassion, and love. And make sure you love someone tomorrow. Give someone a hug. Do something loving. You have a good night, okay, you guys? Love you. Bye-bye. I don't think it's let. Oh, there it goes.